What's up, guys? I am back. Just woke up and decided to make an Apopalypse video for you guys. I noticed that a couple people were like, hey, make an Apopalypse video, getting to level 60 or 80 or something like that. So I have answered, and this is just one of the easy maps, obviously. I'm going to work my way up and do the harder maps just a little bit later, but I am doing pretty good for now. I wanted to get a No Lives Lost version, but I ended up not getting that, which completely sucks. But I was already level like 35, and I didn't want to go back and redo it. I think most of my future Apopalypse videos will probably be No Lives Lost, but that's not a guarantee. I'm going to do my best for you guys, but if a few slip by, probably not going to restart because I'm lazy. Anyways, Apopalypse and Bloons Tower Defense Deluxe is pretty much the exact same thing as Bloons Tower Defense 5, but it's still pretty fun. The only thing is, you're probably going to do the exact same thing. Those two new towers really don't change very much. You're usually going to start off with a couple dart monkeys or something like that, and then get a glue gunner or a sniper. And the sniper is pretty much going to work on those really strong balloons, while your other towers pop the sort of weak balloons. And eventually, you're going to get attack shooter or attack factory, and he's just going to be sitting there in the back popping the rest of the balloons. And that's pretty much the basic strategy for Apopalypse. I think most of the time, I used to stick with glue gunners quite a bit, but I've been switching to snipers a little bit, and it's actually worked quite a bit better. That's helped me beat the castle on Apopalypse and a couple other of those hard maps. I'm hoping that I can beat all the maps on Apopalypse and hard No Lives Lost, but if I can't, I'm going to give you guys like a challenge or something. If somebody can do it, beat it instead of me, I can post their video if they want and give them full credit, and maybe they'll get more views on their video if they can beat it and I can't. Sadly, I don't think that's going to happen. I think I'm going to be able to beat them all, but I'm just throwing that out there. I am going to get the Community Challenge 4 results up, and I'm going to get Community Challenge 5 up probably today, hopefully. I haven't decided what Community Challenge 5 is going to be. I have to think a little bit about what I want to do. Anyways, that's really all I'm going to talk about for the Apopalypse thing. There's really not too much to talk about. Strategy-wise, you start off with a couple dart monkeys. Just like I was telling you about before, what you normally do for an Apopalypse, this is exactly what I did. Start with a couple dart monkeys, just two, and then I got a sniper, upgraded him to 1-0. Then I got attack factory in the back, and the only thing that sucks about attack factory is you want to put it in the very, very back, at the very edge of the road, but if you do that, you're actually going to have some attack shooting out in the kind of front of the map, or like the middle of the map, which you pretty much don't want with attack factory. You want your dart monkeys to pop all the balloons, and then the attacks to be at the very, very back, so you have to kind of maneuver it in a weird spot right in the bottom there, kind of by the ocean, or the river, or whatever the heck it is. I'll call it a pond, I guess. And yeah, and then today I'm going to be talking about the boat, the Monkey Buccaneer. I'm going to talk about the 8 upgrades, what I think about them, and what I like about the boat, what I don't like about the boat. And yeah, I hope you guys don't mind me calling it the boat. I've always called it the boat. I've never really called it a Buccaneer. I don't know why. Just like planes, I don't call them Monkey Aces, I call them planes. It just seems like it makes more sense to me. Everything else pretty much called by their name. But let's get started. Okay, first of all, a boat. In general, I really don't like to use them that much, because the boat by itself is not that good. But once you get grape shot and fast speed, you can pop quite a bit of balloons. So that being said, usually I don't want to spend like $1,200 on a boat and a couple upgrades on certain maps. So I usually only do it when it's going to be very, very efficient. I'd rather get glue gunners and dart monkeys or monkey wizards or something like that. Boats are in no way bad. It's just the third upgrades on both sides really aren't my favorite. They pop balloons, but they're really not too accurate. Well, the one side's not too accurate, and the other side doesn't pop enough balloons. So let's get started on talking about each and every single upgrade. That was just my basic overview of what I thought of the boat in general. First of all, faster shooting. It's almost, let's start on the right side. If you're going to get a boat, you're basically going to get grape shot. Grape shot can multiply its popping power by like 5, or by 4. Because it shoots out 4 grapes every shot. And each one of those can pop like 2 balloons, I think. I think it might be 1 balloon. But it does shoot pretty fast, so you can pop like 5, 6, 7, 8 balloons roughly in one shot. I'm not exactly sure on the exact number. I could go and check for you guys if you really wanted to know, but I think you guys can figure that out on your own. But if you're going to get a boat, you're going to get grape shot because it helps pop a lot of balloons. And then I'm going to switch over to the other side. If you're going to get a regular boat, you're usually going to get Grape Shot first, and then you're going to get faster shooting. And faster shooting with Grape Shot helps increase the popping power by almost ×2 after the Grape Shot, because it almost shoots 2 times as fast. I say it shoots probably about 1.8 times as fast. That's just kind of a rough estimate. I don't know the exact number. Anyways, we're going to go back to the right side, which is Crow's Nest. And usually always going to get this eventually. Usually. You're always going to get Crow's Nest because it helps you versus the camo balloons. Unless you have a lot of camo detection, like you use a lot of ninjas or something like that, you're probably going to get Crow's Nest because it does help quite a bit. Then the cannon chip. The cannon chip is pretty good, but I usually end up not using it because it's not very accurate. The cannon does explode quite a few balloons if you put it in the right spot or if it shoots in the right spot, but it just doesn't seem like it pops enough balloons accurately. Like because it has not only the regular first shot, it not only has Grape Shot, it also has cannon chip. So you really want to have like 3 different shots, and you could put first, last, strong. Usually you're going to put that on strong if you have cannon chip, but it ends up not getting enough popping power, I think, for the price. It's not bad in certain cases. In some cases I can see using the cannon chip. I just try and stay away from it because there are towers that are a little bit better, in my opinion. So after cannon chip is the Monkey Pirate Moab takedown ability, which I can't see myself using in hard or in pretty much any of Apopalypse or anything like that. I can see using it for a couple daily challenges and things like that, but overall I'd really not use it very much. Let me sell this guy, and we're going to go with the left side now. So the left side is definitely my favorite compared to the right side, but I probably use the cannon a little bit more than I use the left side, the third tier for the boat. So first of all, faster shooting, like I said, you always get that if you're going to get Grape Shot. Second of all, longer cannons. It's really cheap, you usually end up getting it. But usually you only get longer cannons if there's like a certain spot in the map where you just need a tiny bit more range, or if you're trying to save up for a destroyer. And a destroyer used to be terrible. When Balloon Star Defense 5 first came out, the destroyer was terrible. I hated it. You were better off making 2 or 3 boats instead of a destroyer, which is stupid. Upgrade should help you. It does shoot super duper fast, but it doesn't make Grape Shot shoot super duper fast, just like in Balloon Star Defense 4. Balloon Star Defense 4, it made Grape Shot and the dart shoot faster, and they realized that was a little bit too overpowered, I think, in Balloon Star BTD4, so they did change that up. And then there's Aircraft Carrier. And Aircraft Carrier, for an expensive upgrade, it's not too bad, but I just really end up not using it because I do like Super Monkeys quite a bit better. And the good thing about this is they actually did buff it a little bit. Before, the planes would only go in a certain pattern, and then they buffed it so the planes actually do follow BFBs and Moabs and balloons. So it actually does help quite a bit that even though they go in the circular pattern, the counterclockwise pattern, it does help that they do follow the balloons. And you can kind of see this if you put it on a level like Beginner 2. In certain spots you'll see the plane. If you put like a plane at the bottom, planes will actually move up. But if you put it like kind of toward the top of the map, the planes will actually fly kind of low. So yeah, they do move, and that used to not be the case. So it did get a buff. And do I use this very often? No, like I said, I rather Super Monkeys or even a Spectre. I prefer Spectre over the Aircraft Carrier. And that brings up a good point, which is better, the Monkey Buccaneer or the Monkey Ace. And I'm going to leave that to you guys in a vote in the section down there. If you want to take a vote, please do that. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and have a fantastic freaking day.